Hey everybody, it's Jorg. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So, wanted to go through the home selling process part two in Portugal. Um, just the day before we left and moved back to the U.S., there was an offer made on our property. We felt good about it. The people that they came in to buy some furniture, Facebook Marketplace post, and they liked it, so worked with our real estate agent to make an offer. We accepted the offer. So the clock was ticking to get two things, a promissory note and a down payment from them. And so we came back, first week back, we're going, okay, we should have some money and we should have a promissory note. Didn't happen. Week two, we're talking to our agent every day going, promissory note, money. We're holding off on showing the property to other people, making an assumption that these people were going to come through. So then we start week three, we tell our real estate agent going, hey, we need to move on because we don't have anything. And so the real estate agent said, well, they're trying to work on their banking process. And I'm saying that has nothing to do with the down payment and promissory note. That has nothing, one has nothing to do with the other. That tells me they don't have the money to begin with. Let's move on. So things fell apart. So we are now back to showing the property. We do have someone that made an offer also the week that we left, but we were holding off. So we went back to them and said, hey, if you haven't found a property yet, let's negotiate. So we're working on that. But it's just a video to let people know that things sometimes fall through. And we've had people tell stories about even getting a promissory note and a down payment where 50% of the time it hasn't worked. Things fell through, and they, to their favor, if they were the seller, got to keep the down payment. But sometimes when push comes to shove, the buyer can't come up with the money. So then in other cases, they've refunded the down payment, and then they have to keep looking for someone else. It's in the probably 30 or 40 people that I know that I've spoken to about specifically selling property, they said 50% of the time it's gone through to a close, an offer to close. 50% of the time some ball gets dropped somewhere along the way and they have to start over. So it's just a way of life in a process when you're handling property in Portugal. It's not a bad thing. It happens in every country, I think. Just it might be different circumstances. So in this case, we start from scratch. We take more showings, even though we're not there. That's okay. And then we'll try to finalize some offers. Once we get to a point where we do have an offer in place and we get to an actual close, I will make a video about that process because I think it's very unique, especially from the United States perspective to Portugal, much more formal than any process, because I'm going to make a video soon on closing on the property here in the United States, and I'm going to discuss kind of the differences and how the process has worked here versus Portugal. So hopefully you'll watch that video when it comes out if you're from the US and living in Portugal or vice versa. But in this case, the best laid plans, it was a good offer. They just couldn't come up with the financing, so it fell through. It happens. So once we get a close on the Portugal property, I will let you know. I'll make a video so you can see kind of the steps. And so if you are going to sell property in Portugal in the future, you at least have an immigrant or an expat perspective of how the process works. As always, thank you so much for watching and enjoy your travels.